I was going through a time in my life where a lot of things were not making sense to me.
Okay.
Scante era.
No, we're not gonna say that because
Wait, hold on.
don't try to put that on.
No, I'm asking.
Scante is crazy.
Scante is crazy.
Means crack, right?
Crystal.
It's Crystal.
Yeah, she's not no crystal head,
No.
man. That's
no.
I can tell a crystal head. Like you don't bounce back from stuff like that, bro.
You'd be surprised.
She looked like, bro.
People that can bounce back.
Nah, bro. I don't listen. You could tell the crystal head, like the energy, like the jitteriness, like for example, like comparator, my guy, shout out to him. You could tell the remnants of that is still there. You can kind of like like how you're like kind of like
I'm
you're antsy and jittery. She don't have like the ants, like right. Like I don't see like the jitteriness, the antsiness. So I don't feel like she was ever on that.
The only reason I brought that up is because when you said confusion and times like that.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You've been pretty open about your.
So I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is my safe place, and I have Lush and Flock with me.
Yeah,
I
man.
love them.
Yeah, ain't nobody judging.
And they like I can be honest with them. I'm always transparent with them. So at that time, my kids had just got sick by CPS because of all of the controversy on. They were calling CPS and they were making a lot of allegations. So that's why people say, why don't you post your kids on the internet? You're a bad mom. You're this. Last time I did, you guys called CPS and made bogus allegations. And then my kids were took from me. And then I went into like a mini psychosis, which wasn't like a real psychosis. But at this point, I feel like I don't trust anybody because these allegations were made and I can't pinpoint who made the allegations because CPS doesn't tell you that.
Yeah.
So now I'm fighting to prove that I'm not on crystal meth, that I'm not on Percocets, that I'm mentally competent. But at that exact moment, I probably wasn't mentally competent because my kids just got took from me. I don't know what to think. My daughter and my son is my whole world. And it's like, I'm in school full time. My rent was $2,000. My car note was $600. And in the midst of this, my kids are gone and I don't have any explanation to why these allegations were brought forth. And then with the CPS, the county that I was dealing with, I had like this bogus CPS social worker. She kept looking at YouTube videos of me. She kept trying to use them against me. And then she was going off the narratives created off of social media. Oh, Jaleec is on crystal meth. So then I was court ordered to submitting to a hair follicle every 3 months for a whole year. Each one, all drug tests, drug panels came back negative. And so it's like people don't know that because I don't put that on the internet. People don't know what I went through at that exact moment. So yeah, I was kind of like going through this mental phase where I felt like everybody was against me, even the music I was listening to, which sounds a little bit crazy, but I just was kind of in this space where I just was kind of like, and I was smoking weed. That's probably why I don't smoke weed anymore.
So do you think that kind of added to a level of paranoia at a certain degree?
When my kids got took, I think that just like that just kind of skyrocketed my paranoia.
That makes sense.
So it's like, so it's like people don't know that. So it's like, yeah, at that time, I don't know what made me put all these names on the list. I was just listening to music, trying to get me by. I'm like, I need something to get me by. Music is kind of like my coping mechanism. And at that time, I kind of like was maybe blaming music. I guess I went into a mini psychosis. Like, I guess I can admit that.
I'll be real. Like, if you would have told me in 2025, hey, bro, Jay-Z was mad at something I said online and he's trying to get my kids taken away, I would 100% like think you like you right, right? Because Jay-Z, bro, listen, yo, okay. And there's this dude actually, right? I think it's like DDG's friend. He talked about like Rock Nation and Jay-Z, and the next day he got like $1,000 like bottle of liquor delivered with like a note that says, don't don't go out of your like jurisdiction, right? So if you tell me that Jay-Z did some scandalous, I would agree. So if I was you, man, listen, bro, I would have ran.
She's literally basing it off of things she's hearing in lyrics and stuff.
If I'm her, I would have ran with the theory
so I kind of ran with the Jay-Z because at the time I was in like not like
I would have ran with
no jumper level status of like media coverage, but I was in like media coverage in Northern California to where it was even like making its way in Florida, the Midwest. And so it was like, I was just like, okay, the entertainment business is against me at this point. So yeah, that's kind of what it was.
Of course.
But if you look at it in the eyes of like a psychiatrist, they're going to say, oh, she was in a mini psychosis.
Of course.
Like, no, I'm in the entertainment business. And at this point, I feel like everybody is the culprit because what do my kids have anything to do with what I have going on?
Of course. No, see, you're like, here, right? Like for me, is like, yo, I've always dealt with like the public, like the media, like backlash. I mean, bro, all publicity to me is good publicity, right? So, like, for example, bro, there's probably like at least like 100 channels, like on like a regular. I'm talking about at least once a day who make videos about Poetic Flacco for some reason, right? I mean,
at least once.
Yeah, at least once a day. Which, yo, I mean, like, I'm not here like crying about why? Because again, yo, like, I recognize, yo, that that's just the price to pay when you're gifted to be in a position where you could make a lot of money and feed your family. So, like, I'm never gonna say boo-hoo, like, let me go back to being, like, irrelevant and
it's
nobody.
Because your opinion and you speaking on something actually holds weight and can dictate people's lives at this point. And I think
that's why they were attacking you.
That was Jaleec's first taste of that power and the gravity that it comes and how it can, be negative as well as positive. So